In this video, in which it's obvious the white car in lane 1 was completely responsible for this collision, I'm revisiting some of my most controversial videos of 2024. I've already uploaded a couple, but I thought that we could maybe turn this into a series as we get closer to Christmas. Before I get into the main review, of course, if you enjoy these liability reviews, do make sure to hit the follow button. Just for clarification, this video was submitted by the driver of the camera vehicle to me. They were able to show me that they were found not responsible for the collision, with the claim going completely in their favour. They were also able to show me that the other driver was prosecuted for careless driving. The core circumstances of the collision are that the camera vehicle is proceeding in lane 2 on this dual carriageway. The signage enforces the national speed limit white circular sign with the black diagonal dash through it, which means the maximum permitted speed is 70 miles per hour. The camera car prior to impact is proceeding at 50 miles per hour, which is 20 under the limit, and is maintaining a safe gap to the car in front of them in lane 2. In lane 1, a refuse vehicle has just pulled over at a singular building at the side of the road. The white car in lane 1 has done the modern day empty head driving procedure of indicating and going, executing a lane change without checking it was safe and clear to do so. As a reminder, an indication is supposed to be a signal of intent. It's not signal and here I come. The driver of the white car had a duty of care to check it was safe and clear to be able to make that lane change without causing any other vehicles to have to alter their speed or direction of travel. As they make their lane change, the camera vehicle has applied their brakes, but the vehicles collide because the other vehicle changed lanes directly into the path of travel of the camera vehicle. The camera car speedometer is visible in the clip. We can see that they were doing 40 just before the impact, as they had already initiated their brakes. We can see this by looking at the air freshener, which went from stable to flapping all over the place. After the impact, the camera vehicle veers over the curbed grass verge, separating the two carriageways, and ends up in a ditch. This part of the clip does not factor into liability. This action is an outcome of the impact, but doesn't affect liability. Some people after a collision panic, and that is probably what happened here. The only part of the clip that affects liability is the core section of the clip, which is right before impact and then the impact itself. The before part doesn't really come into it. The camera car was merely proceeding in their lane, keeping pace at the correct distance with the traffic in front of them. It's the white car that executed a manoeuvre when it was unsafe to do so, and it was them executing that manoeuvre that caused the collision. The post-impact incident was as a result of the collision itself, likely induced by panic, which many people do when they're involved in a road traffic collision. Over the years, I've seen the craziest of post-collision incidents caused by panic. Veering into the empty carriageway and into a ditch is certainly not up there with the craziest I've seen. Now that I've covered off the reasons why people found it controversial that the camera car was not found responsible for the collision, I'll cover off some of the more weirder